Hey Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6 as Kongo, where we're trying to actually lose the game. Now, we have to kind of break our way through to Sparta, because part of our game plan involves, killing off the Persians. And the good news is, because our bombards can move and attack, it shouldn't be too difficult, especially alongside Mulan here, who can do just insane damage. And the fact that I'm pretty much maxed out on 6 bombards now. I just need to pick up nationalism so I can start combining those bombards together into uber bombards. Make them into cores. No, not those cores, not that Irish band of the brothers and sisters. I mean cores, C-O-R-P-S, like an army corps. I would be actually very surprised if anybody outside of Ireland knows who the cores are. Like the cores are. They're like super popular. Which is kind of weird to me because, they're not that good. All right, we got another apostle battle coming up here. But the good news is we have triple attack. And usually if you have a 3-to-1 advantage, as long as they don't have debater, you should win that fight pretty easily thanks to flanking. And the fact that, when you do damage to an enemy, they're a bit, wow, really? I have so much pressure. Oh, I guess there's only 1 population in this city. Oh, I got myself another debater. Awesome, that's gonna be super useful. This is one of my favorite parts of the Nazca line, is they actually provide faith to adjacent tiles, and that includes coast. So if you have like a coastal desert tile that would otherwise be pretty useless, you could just slap that down. And you end up with pretty good faith on your coastal tiles. Oh, please don't crash. Okay, thank goodness. All right, I thought the game was going to crash there because it was doing that thing where it hangs a bit, and I don't like it. I don't like it when it does that. Pillage for health with our musketmen. We can step forward fairly safely twice with my bombard, and then do the same with this bombard. Then bring Mulan forward to try to take out some of these back units, these reinforcers. Make sure we're taking the appropriate promotions. And yeah, once I start getting some more of these cities converted, I can get to work on my theater squares, and that'll start cranking out a few extra apostles for me. Taking a little bit of damage, but on the front line, things seem to be going okay. Now my worry is here, because I declared a surprise war, I'm gonna take a lot of grievances when I start capturing these cities. But we'll just have to cross that bridge when we come to it. But we have captured our very first city of Sparta, and we will be keeping that. Let's start bringing up a couple of these units here to help hold the loyalty pressure. And I guess since I'm done settling, I don't need Magnus to be in the capital anymore, so I can use him as a loyalty stick in these new cities to give me enough turns to break through and get these cities converted. Looks like the Alhambra was taken away from us, which does suck, but we can get the Chancery real quick, and I will go for that for the extra influence. We also got Beowulf over here in Ambanza Nasundi, so we can start to work on the regular Ambanzas to start cranking out more and more apostles as we go. Unfortunately, it does look like Coco is going to get voted down here, so I'll just accept that vote down. But I would like 100% production towards, I don't know, maybe city center buildings would pass quite well. So I'll put 5 votes in there and see if we can get that to pass. Oh, they picked marble. Weird. Why would they pick marble? I guess marble is owned by the most amount of people that people don't like. I guess that kind of makes sense. I don't fully understand it myself. Well, Hagmatana is flipping independent, so I don't care too much about that. It should actually go to Eleanor, which I'm kind of okay with. So I think I'll focus on taking Zranka and then Pasargadae, Gordian, Tarsus, and all these other cities, and then go up to the end and liberate Zanzibar and make that a big priority for us here. Cool thing is I do have the option to pillage with Mulan and Beowulf when he gets over here, because they're really, really high mobility units that can, they're limited in their use cases because they don't do a massive amount of damage to cities and stuff. Another day, another apostle. I think I should start building up an apostle swarm to fight Byzantium now. I think I have all the apostles I need to fight Germany. Although, maybe I will continue to send apostles down south just so I can secure this front. Let's get a big convert off on Nantes. So not a huge amount of loyalty or religious pressure, but it is another city just taken away from Germany that they're not getting the benefit of. Oh, he did. Oh, wow. He did actually change his beliefs, and he He chose really bad ones. I guess it's going to be easy to defend, which is nice. But there are a pair of apostles hanging out over here, and I really want my debaters up in the front. I think I may actually, I may prioritize away from military academy and see if I can get railroads now. So I can get some extra roads to move my apostles faster, because it's just hard getting them around. We got ourselves another martyr. Perfect. So I'll be able to get another relic from just throwing him into battle. Hagmatana flipped, and it's producing musketmen, which kind of tells me that Persia has access to musketmen. So that's something I need to be a little bit worried about. Not quite yet, but it's probably something I should just keep in the back of my mind, that they're basically ready to start causing me some big problems. Hey, Beowulf, yoink, yeet that knight, please. Take another promotion on this guy. We'll take the battle cry promotion to keep him tanky as hell from ranged attacks. Good progress being made. I don't have any units to kill with Mulan, so I may as well just pillage again for that extra science. I'm gonna take promotions, I think, wherever it makes sense, just to get these guys leveled up, and then we'll continue to advance, you know, ever closer upon our opponents. Can even get some pillages in for a little bit of extra faith. All right, looks like the very last hero was claimed in here, which means my production towards Arthur was cancelled in Kinshasa. So I'll be able to instead just build a theater square in a single turn. Although I don't want a theater square in here because the dominant religion is Zoroastrianism. So I think I'll just grab like a commercial hub for a little bit of gold, a little bit of extra trade routes and stuff. Those trade routes would be dead handy. I think we found the other side of the continent and there's 2 extra city-states. Oh, it's actually an island. That's kind of neat. Oh, these look like Singapore at least looks like a barb camp that developed into a city-state, which is neat. I really like, dude, I cannot get over how much I like the barbarian into city-state mechanic. It's so simple and yet it's just so much fun. All right, let's get set up for a battle over here because it looks like Germany is spoiling for a fight. I don't want any of my apostles to be adjacent to any of his cities because then he can use the city as cover to attack us. What we want to do is try to get him to fight us out in the open, and then we can close in around him and hit him with everyone at the same time. Mulan jumps over here, kills that guy, move this bombard up to the right, move Beowulf in range, hit the city twice, then take the city. The city is now mine. We will keep it naturally. Loyalty is going to be even harder in here. I'll have to start sacrificing things. Like, for example, I may need to take Amani off her job. Although I think I'll just reassign Liang. Although, how close am I? I'm actually only 2 turns away from getting a governor title. And the loyalty is only -7 in here. So I think I can wait those 2 turns to pick up Victor. So now I need to start moving my train of bombards up to the north. Don't know where that apostle went, but it looks like he ran off. And I want to use this guy right here, the proselytizer, to hit Aachen, which is their holy site. Their holy city, rather. And I want to hit him with that because he has the strongest ability to eliminate enemy pressure. So he'll take out like 90% of the pressure in here, which means that converting their holy city will be super easy. And that should trigger them to kind of panic a little bit and start spamming out a ton of these religious units. Germany's making nearly 200 faith per turn compared to the Ottomans 127. So pretty respectable on their on their point. But my little apostle battle group down here now is strong enough to where I feel safe pushing towards Aachen. I'll need a second battle group to come up through the north, which is what these guys are going to be doing. It's a very, very delicate situation. I mean, it's very careful the way I have to approach this. We did get the world's first circumnavigation thanks to Sinbad, and this era still has a while to go, so we could nail a golden age for the next era too. Persia is looking for peace, but I'm not ready for peace. The easiest way to eliminate Persia's religion for me this game is to actually just kill them, like just take them out. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now, Germany hasn't moved on me here, which means I can snipe Aachen with this guy and completely eliminate their religious majority from their capital, their holy site, their holy city, which should trigger all of the local apostles to come running back to the city to defend it. And then I can, essentially fight, the battle royale, the religious battle royale of Aachen. And now I just have like now I just have visions of like of apostles in like monks' robes, just like dropping from a school bus into a battlefield. Maybe the school bus analogy was bad there. Why? If you don't know why, guess what? I'm not saying it. All right. Okay, what's our best move? I think we just sneak past the city with Mulan and just start nipping away at Gordian. Just taking little nibbles out of the city, and then we approach and start to blast the city hardcore. Now we need to be ready next turn. Next turn, units can combine. So I want all my bombards to be adjacent to bombards who can attack. Then I'll attack and then combine, and it should all work out to where I should get 2 to 3 attacks on Pass Argide if I do the whole combining stuff right. This is the most powerful situation you can be in. You can actually have an enemy unit be in the water so they take more damage while embarked, and then you can like basically two-shot them with an apostle on the coastline. It's so nice. I love it when that happens. It's why it's so hard to attack someone you know, militarily or religiously across water. All right, first civic from the next era, give me an era score. More importantly, we have military science as well as nationalism. And nationalism is nice because I can start combining my units together. So what we want to do is we have 2 units that can attack the city. So what we'll do is I will attack with this unit here. I'll do damage to the city, then I'll eat that unit. I can step forward with another unit. Oh, that didn't actually work how I wanted it to. Oh, rip. Oh, no, I did it wrong. Oh, no. Oh, no, I did it wholly wrong. Oh, well, not the end of the world. We can do a redo. Eat you. Excuse me. Eat this guy. And then you eat this guy. So now I've got 3 bombards that are actually way stronger than they should be. Now that we have nationalism, I think it's safe to go for conservation because I want to be able to plant more trees to get more apostles. I got my chancery in my capital, which means I'm generating a ton of envoys over here. I'm getting 12 influence points per turn to get an envoy, which means it takes me about 13 turns to get 2 envoys, which is pretty good. That's like an envoy every 6 turns. Do I want military engineers to try to do roads or stuff? Or do you know what? Maybe the best way to get roads in my empire is actually just like unironically to build a commercial hub and just throw it down somewhere. Although I am having amenity problems now, so I think my best move is to get an entertainment complex in my capital to try to ease that amenity burden. We'll appoint Victor, slap him into Zranka to buy us more loyalty time, get the crossbowman in there, and actually now we're positive loyalty, so we're holding Zranka, which is perfect. We can step in with Beowulf to eat the crossbowmen out of that city so they can no longer do damage to me, and then just hit the city with Beowulf and the musketmen. Now Pass Argide is like on the edge of falling. I was really struggling over my sentence there. You know what was funny? Earlier on today, this is completely unrelated to Civ, but I kind of walked into the kitchen of my house as there was like a game show on, and it was one of those questions. It was like, you know, what TV, movie, book series does the fictional language parcel tongue come from? And I was like, obviously Harry Potter, because, you know, I was a massive nerd as a kid and I read a lot of Harry Potter. And there was like the dude, like immediately upon hearing the question goes, well, I don't think it was Harry Potter. And I was like, oh no, he doesn't know. And it made me realize that if I have the worst poker face in existence, because if that was me running the game show, like being the host or whatever, I would be incapable of face palming at that dude not knowing. Because I would just, like, someone would be like, you know, what is the first element of the periodic table? It's like, which I think is like hydrogen. And the person would just like immediately go, oh, well, I think it's actually, I don't think it's hydrogen. And like I would just be like, you know, that cringe face. I'd be like, I wouldn't be able to not let it, like, not give them a clue that they've obviously said something so painfully wrong. And my only hope is that the person, like, interprets how I react incorrectly. Like, they're like, oh, he's cringing, so I must be on the right path, which is absolutely not it. Definitely not. God, it hurt me so bad. It hurt me so bad to see him just, like, immediately, like, lock out the wrong series. I think it was like between like Game of Thrones, The Hunger Games, The Hunger Games and Harry Potter. And I'm like, it's obviously not The Hunger Games, okay? Listen. But I was like, you know what? I guess just some people aren't as plugged into pop culture. I'm not even that plugged into pop culture. Like, you could ask me a million things about different pop culture things. I wouldn't have any idea. Now, you ask me about video games. Now, that's my shit. All right, listen. I know far too much about video games. So if you ask me a question about some random video game that probably came out in like the 80s or not 80s, but like 90s, I'll know. Like, you're telling me, hey, did you play Pikmin Card Battle Ultimate Royale? I'd be like, hell yeah, dude, I played Pikmin Card Battle Ultimate Royale. In fact, I know who the designer of that game was. I spoke to him. But yeah, I feel like once I'm out of my wheelhouse, though, I have no idea what I'm talking about. There's not many jobs that require expert knowledge in video games. Let's be real. Hell, in reality, you don't even have to be an expert in video games to be a YouTuber. You could be bad at video games to be a YouTuber. Just look at the most popular Twitch streams. That was kind of partially my motivation to become a YouTuber, though, is that a lot of Twitch streamers and YouTubers, they just weren't any good at the games they played. Like, listen, I'm not a god at Civ. I'm like moderately good at Civ. I can do the advanced strategies. I have a particular way I like to play that's reasonably effective on higher difficulty levels. That's how I would categorize myself. I think a lot of people have like this impression that I'm like one of the best players in the world. Probably not true. I'm probably one of the most knowledgeable players in the world because I just know so much about the game. But in terms of skill level, there are people way better than me. Oh man, these cities are just crumbling. They're crumbling like a house of cards. Just absolute diabolical levels of damage am I just hurling out. I pop you over here, kill the garrison, you step up, shoot the city. Man, they're not having a good time right now. They're super not having a good time. Man, I'm getting a lot of these martyrs. That's pretty good. Progress on the capital, by the way. They have a apostle garrisoning the city, which is fine. That should actually trigger me to retreat a bit because I want that apostle to come out of the city and fight me in the open plains. Right now, it's a little bit scary to fight him. But I have another ace up my sleeve, which is to try to convert the city again. And Germany's only down to 2 cities left, and they do have 2 holy sites, so they're able to spend all of their faith to buy their apostles. But if I can get Berlin and Heidelberg converted, that's it, baby. We got it. We've taken out Zoroastrianism and Catholicism relatively quickly, and then we just need to get to work on Eastern Orthodoxy, and then the sort of raid boss is Buddhism, because goddamn, that battle, I don't even know how the Ottomans are holding against that Buddhism, because I'm pretty sure Mali is like on the order of, actually Mali is pretty weak, so I actually think the raid boss here, in fact, I'm pretty sure I'm taking on the raid boss right now. This is going to be easy. If I take out Germany, oh man, it's all gravy, easy sailing from here. All right, sweet. That's actually fantastic. Now the downside is because they don't make a lot of faith, it means they're not going to be making a whole lot of religious units. And if they're not making a whole lot of religious units, I'm not having a lot of stuff to kill. And my main strategy here was to kill things. You know, I want to get kills on my missionary boys. All right, I picked up a couple of promotions on these guys. We're not too far off being able to perhaps get a level 3 promotion on this bombard, and then we'll be able to use Hannibal Barca to give an extra promotion and instantly get the 3-range bombard god. Entertainment complex in the capital, taking care of some of those amenity problems. Let's get the arena as well, because they now give +2 amenities, which is insane, by the I arenas are so good now. Like 2 amenities, that's like having 2 luxuries being applied to a single city. It's crazy. I think people really underestimate how good they've made entertainment districts. It's also insane how strong culture victories are right now, because there's so many avenues to victory. There's so many ways to get tourism. Here's my hot take. I think the developers just really like the tourism victory that they built in Civ 6 and are excited to just add more cool stuff to it. And they don't have that same sort of creative energy for other victories, which is fair enough. You know, designing and building a game, it's tough work. I really hope religion gets some love though, because it's an area of the game that I really enjoy, the religious stuff. Can I take this city this turn? I don't think I can. I have to wait another turn. But I can get a kill here and then pillage that for food. For food, I mean healing, not food. Don't pillage things for food. Although, that would be a cool mechanic for a Civ. If they pillage farms, they get growth in all their cities. Like a little bit, just a little. Oh yes, I got another proselytizer. Proselytizers are easily the most powerful type of apostle, because 75% of religious pressure is an insane amount of religious pressure to remove with a single charge. I think apostles normally do 20%. All right, so this is where things get dicey. Where things get a little dicey, because we got a couple of apostles over here, and they're in the water though. If they stay in the water, I might be able to nail them. Well, I don't know where those apostles went. I don't see them anymore. You have to be very, very careful. It's like we're Elmer Fudd and we're hunting rabbit, except we're hunting apostles right now. There's another one over here. I think we're safe to jump in the water with our quadro. We got our debater in the mountain pass who will fight for the Ottomans' faith. I don't know about anybody else, but whenever I'm playing like against or as Persia, if I see the city named Tarsus, I just immediately think of the movie Interstellar. Because I'm pretty sure Tarsus was like one of the little robot dudes. All right, we'll keep the city. Loyalty? Fine. Step forward, blow Gordian out of the water. Gordian will fall next turn. Then we just gotta kill Ray and liberate Zanzibar, and that's it. Zoroastrianism is dealt with. Now, one thing I learned from this, which I didn't know was true as Kongo, because I've never actually gone to war as Kongo, is when you capture a city that has holy sites as Kongo, it actually destroys them. So there's actually no holy sites here. So there's no way for me to purchase apostles. I thought that was kind of like a 5-head wraparound sort of workaround where you could just, sneak around and get them anyway. But that didn't work. So, this has been a bit of a learning experience because there are certain like little weird edge cases that I just haven't ever really been in. And this is one of them is where you're trying to win a religious victory for someone else as Kongo. You just, I don't know. Isn't what I was expecting. Absolutely not. But you can get another kill on one of those boys. Oh, not quite. 49 damage. Wow. Okay. Never mind. It wasn't a kill. We are 10 turns away from the next era. And that means we're heading into the time when we can start to get cultists. And once we have cultists, we can do some pretty fun stuff. Namely, just get a ton of relics and like have a really good time as Kongo. I kind of want to do a Congolese culture game. I don't know. Kongo culture is just really fun. All right. We got cartography. Renew the mission. Whew. All right. What's our next move? I think we can get this kill. Boom. Done. Get down to Mabanza Nasundi to heal. Now, you can't engage in religious combat while you're in the water, but that's okay. We got a guy here, pretty scary, but I think I can get 2 apostles in range, maybe bait him into attacking me, then do a nice spread in Heidelberg to eliminate that. Now he's down to 2 cities, 2 potential cities, and I've got another pincer attack coming in from over here. So there's not a whole lot of places that Catholicism can spread from now. It's only Berlin, Hagmatana, and then these last couple of apostles running around. Another apostle up here in the north. Ooh, that's a good one. Translator, that's a really good one. I think we nail him here. We nail him to try and just do a bit of damage and make him scared. I think that's the goal there. More Nazca lines. I plopped down a couple extra Nazca lines. Ooh, I definitely want a Nazca line like here. Like so. Oh man, look at these tiles. Oh, that's thumbnail worthy right there. I don't know why they're trying to convert my capital. Like I am the king of Islam. I am not. That's the Ottomans. They are the source of Islam in this particular, iteration of the world. I don't know why they're trying so hard to convert me. And actually, the Ottomans have been doing a good job. They got a couple of these cities converted too. Gordian, boom. It's a blowout. We got Gordian. Gordian's on wrap, dude. It's a wrap for Persia now. We've got them on the ropes. They're seconds from disaster. Honestly, it's a fairly straightforward game from here. Just got to be careful about where I move my units, how I use them. Make sure I'm improving in tiles, getting those luxuries online, making sure I don't get too much culture so I don't win the game too quick. Kind of racing against the clock of myself here. Making sure I don't get enough tourism to win the game. Damn it, he bought more apostles. All right, but we have a landing force. We're in, dude. We've blocked his capital. Capital on block. On lock. Boom. How did that not kill this city's thing? I guess I gotta hit it again with a proselytizer. But once Hagmatana is done and Berlin, all we gotta do is kill those last couple of apostles sneaking around out there. Where did that other apostle go? Did he jump in the water or something? He was like half health. Well, whatever. We'll play it safe. Ray has been blasted. Boom. Second last city, Nazca line. Oh man, I love seeing all that faith. Too bad you can't actually work the Nazca line tiles themselves, but I think the adjacency here is worth it. Oof, am I at war with a cat? What's going on there? I just got attacked. Right, we got colonialism as a potential policy here. Now my problem is, my capital is on North America and only 4 of my cities are on a different continent. So while I would kind of like to do a colonial game at some point where you take advantage of that, well, I guess I do have 3 more cities. The problem is all my good cities are on my main continent. Now, if I was able to get a game where I like spawn on the edge of a continent, in fact, here's what I want you guys to do. If you can find me a start location that is a civ that can take advantage of Merchant Republic in an interesting way, as well as things like colonial taxes, colonial offices, and Hunt Sick Dracones or Sick Hunt Dracones or whatever they're called. If you could find me a start like that with an interesting civ on an interesting colonial game, I'll absolutely play it out for you. You can send me a DM on Discord, Twitter, send me an email. Just make sure you name the email appropriately, all that sort of stuff. You just get that save file to me and I'll consider it. Don't use any mods. Just don't. Make sure you have a reasonable game setup. People send me save files. They got like 20 mods enabled. I'm like, I'm not downloading all this shit to play your game, okay? Listen, I got better things to do with my time. Says the guy playing Civ 6 for a living. All right, let's not be too self-aware here. We got people to entertain. Yeah, apparently I'm at war with a cat. Cyrus is suzerain. I could take that suzerainty. It's worth a bit of era score. I already have a golden age, so I don't need the era score. I will take Preslav. Well, maybe I'll wait. I'll wait till the era's over. It's only 7 turns of waiting. All right, Hagmatana. Let's nuke Hagmatana religiously, not like literally. Boom. Heidelberg is eliminated. Next stop, Berlin. Berlin is next. Once we take out Berlin, that's it. Catholicism is done for. Because I own, like, I mean, you're not going to get a Catholic resurgence from Avignon, you know what I mean? Although that said, I'm pretty sure that's where the Pope, wasn't there like a second Pope in Avignon at some point? He was like hiding out there. He was like, I reject your Roman Pope. I am the Pope. I'm pretty sure it was in Avignon. It's kind of funny that that's how that worked out this game. I feel like that second Pope was like the Adam Savage of Catholicism. He was like, I reject your reality and substitute my own Catholicism. I am the Pope. Technically, couldn't I just like create a sect of Catholicism myself and declare myself the Pope? I don't know, things to consider about a content creator. Maybe I could get status as a religion and pay no tax. Yes, people worship me. We have a place of worship. It may be a digital place of worship, but it is still a place of worship. Dare you discriminate against my congregation? I, the illustrious Pope of Potatianity. I don't know. I feel like that joke, I get status as a religion to get free tax. That's like a meme that just gets thrown around for people who hate religion. It's like, all right, fair enough. No, I'm not saying I completely disagree with that. It's just like an observation. You know what I mean? It's like that's how I feel about it. All right, we've cornered them. That's it. Berlin. All right, who have I got charges on? You got a charge? You're just a spreader. Boom. First hit on Berlin. Where's my proselytizer? I will sacrifice a proselytizer to, proselytizer. Yeah. Boom. Berlin eliminated. Catholicism is done. All right. We now own this continent. This is ours. We've fully now, right? Let's check the religion screen. The Ottomans have got 44 cities converted. That's really, really good. They currently have 4 civs converted to Islam. I'm about to kill Persia. So Persia won't even be an issue, which means they've got 4 out of 7 civs converted. We just need to take these last 3. That's it. We're on the home stretch, baby. I do feel like the game is actually, this is a concession. I'm going to make a concession to you guys. The game is more interesting if there's a little bit of war, because I feel like if you limit yourself away from war completely, the games get very samey. But if you open yourself up to sometimes declaring a limited war, like just against Persia, I think that can work out pretty okay. Now, people are going to hate me after this. It's going to absolutely not be easy. But if I could secure some friendships before I take out Zanzibar and do the whole liberation thing, I think that will buy me time before people decide to declare war on me. So I'm going to get some friendships right now with as many people as I can, and then we'll work on liberating Zanzibar. All right, I think this is the turn to do it. I think I do it now. I kill them, I liberate Zanzibar, and then Persia's final city over here should flip independent of its own volition, which means I don't take the grievances from eliminating a civ. So I think now, next turn, I peace out Persia and let them just die a natural death. Question is, do I continue to use my army against some of these players? Let's check the science. I have 150 science. The only people who I could maybe mount a reasonable war against is Byzantium, which actually may be the move. If I mount a limited war on Byzantium, then I can just spend all of my apostles taking out this. And I have an army, right? I have an army who will soon be able to be a bit stronger. I'll need to get another 3 bombards, actually, to fill out that army. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3 bombards. And I should also totally look into getting this musketman combined and upgraded with another muskety boy, because that'll give me a really, really strong melee unit to actually take cities with. I should also look into maybe upgrading like a lot of these warriors I got just hanging around. Wait, do I still have the cards in? Yeah, I do. So I could start upgrading some of these old warriors and swordsmen and stuff, and just have like a relatively strong army that I can like very quickly transfer across the ocean and be in position to attack Byzantium, and then I can move my apostles through here. That said, however, I think in my capital I'm going to start producing military engineers so I can start making railroads, because I'm not too far away from that. And then I'll use some other cities to get those bombards. All right, here they are. I think these are the last 2 apostles. So if I can get enough guys into position around one of those apostles, I should be able to, in theory, effectively eliminate any chance of Catholicism coming back into the game. I think we can get a kill here as well. Ooh, not quite. Maybe. Right, we're very, very close to making it work. There's only 2 apostles left that I can see. One of them's over here in Heidelberg. Otherwise, I'm just like, if you're wondering what I'm doing in my turns where like the cameras are cut, it's usually just building stuff. It's usually just building stuff or getting units to wait. A lot of what I'm doing is telling like these things to sit still. Just making sure I'm building things that make sense to get more apostles. Right now, like I've got a couple of Mbanzas on the way. Just to give you an idea of what I'm doing. Like there's not a whole lot of like super logical stuff that I'm doing. Like I'm mostly doing meme stuff, like building Nazca lines everywhere. I'm not even bothering really to improve this territory over here. Like if I was really trying to min-max, I would try to find cities where I could do things like here in Susa, I'm trading with my capital because that's worth 5 food and 4 production, which will massively decrease the time to get the theater square in here. And then maybe I could get a couple builders over here, do all that sort of stuff. Like I got a builder here with a charge. If I could get a lumber mill or 2 in here, you know, there's fun things I can do. My builder game will have to change in the near future once I have a conservation, because then I'm gonna be looking to try to get Namanza up in every city constantly to have just a wave of apostles, and that way I have so many that losses don't matter. Shit, how did you get in there? I don't know. Did he like go? I don't know how that apostle got there, but it's scary because he just has to convert the city once and then he can crank out 2 apostles and we're back to square one. Because right now Germany is sitting on faith where he could produce apostles, and that's kind of scary. All right, we nailed down another missionary. And it's important that I'm killing these missionaries because what I'm doing is I'm effectively wasting Babylon's faith. Because I'm taking out these missionaries before they ever do anything useful, which means I have less of those guys to fight later. Ideally, I would take them out in Byzantine territory, but it's not the end of the world if I don't. Man, this is a nice Petra. I need some housing in here. That's the thing that I need. How am I going to get housing in this city? All right, so this battle group over here is now on religion suppression mode. So I have to try to keep Catholicism from re-emerging, and then I got to form a new battle group to push through to the Incas. Once I'm confident that Catholicism is like completely eliminated, I'm still seeing the occasional apostle, I can then take that battle group over across the ocean and join the second battle group in Inca and Malian lands. Oh nice, I got Himiko. Is there a city-state that I'd like to have control of? Now that's a question. I should totally peace out Persia now and say, hey, give me all your cities. He wants 4 gold? All right, yoink. All right, deal. I'll pay you 4 gold for all those cities. So now I'm at peace. I don't have to worry about loyalty so much in here. At least not the way I used to. And who do I want to use Himiko on? Ooh, I do actually want a religious alliance with the Ottomans when this one runs out. How long until this alliance runs out? 8 turns. So if I could get a religious alliance here, I could do some serious work taking out enemy stuff. Yeah, I'm sitting on 4 envoys. The era ticks over in 4 turns. So I'm going to sit in those for a bit and then I'll pick and choose who I want to get suzerainty of with Himiko and stuff. All right, looks like Germany doesn't know how to learn because we just took him out. That's it. He's down to what I assume is 1 or 2 apostles. I know he's got 1 over here and he's got 1 hiding down here in the south. So I just need to carpet bomb. I need to carpet bomb his territory. A couple of these apostles need to get out now. Like just go full retreat because they're a little bit too hurt to continue to participate in the suppression. But I think on the edge of essentially eliminating Zoroastrianism and eliminating Catholicism, essentially, right? They're going to go away in the not too distant future. They'll just be done for. We can call this episode done. And next time, I think there's going to be, I don't know, maybe there'll be a bit of war. You know, I think it will be fun. I think it will be a bit of fun to go to war. Persia is just going to be gone in 2 turns, so that works out great for me. They won't be able to get their religion back. But yeah, I think we're going to go to war with Byzantium. Try to like figure out where these Malian missionaries are coming from. Head them off at the pass and start just nailing them. I can't quite tell where they're coming from over here, but I think if I can get open borders, then perhaps I can figure out where they're coming from. But that's it from me. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!